Yeah.
Not even any
Ah,
countdown.
dang. Wow. You're like right now, and then it
we
is.
just we
Wow.
just went. Yeah, welcome
We're
everybody.
zooming.
How many of you are there? It doesn't say there's very many. Maybe there's not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a little quiet in the chat, but that's all right.
Yeah. But
There
that's all
might
right.
be there might be one. That's pretty good.
We'll quick do the disclaimer before anybody gets here.
Yeah. Great. That way no one gets it.
No
That's a good
one will
idea.
know.
Yeah.
Hey, Thane, welcome.
Ah, Thane. Hey, hey. Welcome.
You're gonna get the disclaimer.
Okay. Well,
And that's it.
sorry, Thane. Here you go.
Yeah, that's all right. So welcome to Don't Worry Wednesdays, the show that's about your topics. The stuff that we like to talk about is stuff that you send us. So, I'm glad you love disclaimers.
Yeah. Favorite part of every
I'm getting a phone call.
ad about doctors
Oh,
or medicine, I mean.
the spam caller calling me. I was gonna
Man.
give them the disclaimer too. Oh well.
I'll give you a disclaimer, all right.
Oh, I'll disclaim your whatever.
Your spam, yeah.
I will
That's probably a good
disclaim you.
idea.
Anyway, so yeah, we are not professional therapists or counselors or anything like that. We just want to help in any way we possibly can. We're not a substitute for professional therapy. In fact, maybe you shouldn't listen to us anyway. Well, you shouldn't listen to
Wow.
me. You should listen to Ryan. Ryan knows what he's talking
Well,
about.
should is not a appropriate word in the disclaimer. So
It's not.
other than you should not listen to us.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
We cannot be held responsible for anything that I say or do.
That's right, I can't.
So, anyway, welcome. We're glad to see you guys. You guys are awesome, and yeah, we currently have no topics, and that's okay. We'll just talk about whatever. And if you have stuff you want us to talk about, you can go to, as Ryan posted in the chat, you can go to don'tworrywednesday.com and click the submit a topic button and fill out the deal, and we'd be happy to do your topic. Or you can just put it right there in the chat. We'd love to have it there too. Or send us a message on
Great.
Discord, or send us a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal or something, like.
Whoa, dude. I love that. Send us a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal.
Yep.
I'll be staring out of Australia.
Yeah.
Looking for
It's gonna get there.
Where are you
It's
at?
gonna get there in time, I'm telling you.
Yeah. My eyes have to see around corners and things, but
yeah,
we'll see the signal.
it'll be all right. You'll be just fine.
We'll decode
man.
your smoke.
You'll do it. You'll do just great.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for being here. And if you have something you'd like us to talk about, just let us know. You can let us know in the chat. That's the easiest way to do it today. So anyway, Ryan is back. We're glad to have you back, Ryan.
Yeah, well, thank you. How was last week's episode?
It was awesome.
Who'd you have on?
Mianglios was on with
Mianglios,
me,
that's great.
and Mianglios is awesome. We had a really good time. We
Good.
talked about some cool stuff. One we talked about was vinyl records and how they make a comeback. And then, there were people
Nice.
in the chat that were saying they hoped that cassettes came back, and I was really scared.
Why?
Because I
don't
don't
like cassettes.
I don't like cassettes,
I don't
man.
like them either. They're so bulky.
Well, they're problematic.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They wear out faster than
that.
anything. Well, I guess unless you scratch a
Yeah.
CD really bad, then you can wear that out instantly. Or if
I
you
suppose
throw a
that's true.
CD in the microwave, that'll wear it out immediately.
What happens if you throw a cassette in the microwave?
I have no
I
idea.
think the film would degrade.
Probably.
But not as bad or as fast as a CD.
As a CD, right. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll grab an old cassette and I'll just chuck it in the microwave.
I would love if you threw a vinyl in the microwave. And then here's the thing. Put a vinyl in the microwave for like 5 minutes. Pull it out and then play it. Yeah, now and then play it immediately because it's gonna be hot. And what's the needle gonna pick up when it's like
that's a hot record.
maybe it's warmed, maybe it's a little bit warped, and you're instead of it sounds like
Dude, in 5 minutes that thing will be fluid. It'll be like
okay. You think it'd be that intense? I don't know how intense
5
it would.
minutes?
Yeah, it's pretty hot
5
for a long time.
minutes. That's a
But well, the reason I'm thinking 5 minutes is because if you really want it to warp, you're gonna have to give it some time because it really isn't. I don't know how. It's like the way that it works is it's sending pulses of how do you say, like,
microwave
basically pressurized pulses,
radiation.
which we call microwaves, but it's actually not radio the same as radio waves. It's a different kind. But anyways, it's causing molecules of water, specific frequency of water, to vibrate, and that's how your food heats up because of the friction of the water vibrating. But vinyl doesn't have any water on it.
So what if you spray it with water?
But over time, enough kind of little molecules and other things do kind of move about and heat up your dishes and things like that. If you spray it with water, well, the water will evaporate and your CD would be hot, or your vinyl would be hot. I don't know. That's why I said 5 minutes. I don't know. Maybe it would only take like 30 seconds and your vinyl would be shredded. I don't know.
I have a feeling in like 10 seconds you'd have a melted gob of goo in there. Yeah.
I mean, you might be right. I don't know. It's one of those things because it's a little bit above my head. It's above my pay grade. I don't know how vinyls are constructed. I know a little bit about microwaves, but I don't know about vinyls.
Well, you sound like you know more about microwaves than I do. I don't know.
But you sound like you know more about vinyl than I do. Maybe together we've got the right answer.
I feel like I've
somewhere in between.
Maybe I've put a lot more things in a microwave.
You might have, honestly. I really haven't put that many things in the microwave. I've seen videos of people putting things in the microwave that you really shouldn't put in the microwave, and you're like, dang, dude, that exploded. That was awesome.
You're gonna wreck your microwave in a lot of cases. There, we had a specific microwave for doing testing things because it was old and it was junky, and we didn't use it for cooking anymore. We just used it for for throwing random stuff in there.
That's great. It's a what do you call that? Man, the word escapes me. But anyways, it's a microwave set apart for playtime.
Yes. I am not condoning this behavior. I will tell you this.
Oh, right. This is part of the disclaimer.
Another disclaimer. Do not. If we talk about microwaves, don't follow that advice.
Right.
Ooh, an easy bake oven. Thane.
Oh.
The easy bake oven, I think, is basically just a box with a light bulb in it.
With like a heating element, light bulb sort of thing?
What do
you call those?
A heat lamp?
Heat bulbs, yeah. Heat lamp, yeah. I didn't know that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because how else can you sell those to kids?
Right.
Unless they just don't really get that hot.
Well, I mean, but those...
And that's why the recipes are so specific.
Do they even still have easy bake ovens?
I don't know.
I
remember they were being around when I was.
I figured the easy bake oven went the way of the lawn dart like years and years ago.
Yeah.
Because you can't buy lawn darts anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna look up. Can I buy? Yes, I can buy one for $140, $238, or $22.
$22.
So they're still around.
Are they new?
Well, there's two on Amazon. Those are the higher prices. So
okay,
I'm assuming that's new. There's some on eBay that are old. So that was a very quick search.
Wow.
But there you have it.
Well, go ahead and you can throw whatever you want in an easy bake oven. It'll take a while.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. I didn't know how those things work. I never really investigated it. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, they I don't know, they were cool. I remember one of my friends had an easy bake oven when I was a kid, and
yeah.
I mean, it was fun.
Uh-huh. Well, I like the toaster ovens. I use them all the time. Cook food.
Yes.
It's nice because, we don't have a huge family here in my house, just two people, so it's not like we have to bake a ton of food. So the toaster oven's perfect. It's
Hmm.
amazing.
I generally
And
don't
it
have
can,
time for a toaster oven. Like I gotta do the microwave thing, man.
oh, so I find that they're kind of the same amount of, roughly the same amount of effort. The only difference is the time you get in between. So if you put a microwave for, you put your food in your microwave for like a minute and 30 seconds or something, you've got a minute and 30 seconds to do something,
Mm-hmm.
which is not much time
Mm-hmm.
to do anything.
Right.
But if you put it in the oven for like 15 minutes, you can walk away for 15 minutes, get a job done, and come back, and it's nice and warm.
Mm.
And it stays warm longer because of the way that it was heated in the oven. But
Hmm.
that doesn't really matter because you're going to eat it anyways.
Right.
Pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised when when I worked as a cook in a bar and grill. I was very
Mm.
surprised at how many things we actually microwaved in there.
Oh,
There were
yeah.
lots of things
Yeah,
we
I was
microwaved.
surprised too. Uh-huh. I mean, I didn't work in your bar and grill, but I was just surprised to learn and see how much microwaving we just do. Like people in restaurants just throw something in the microwave
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you get pre-portioned, you do all your pre-portioning of side dishes and all that kind of stuff. And all the side
Hmm.
dishes just get heated up in the microwave and your main entree gets grilled or whatever. And so you make
Yeah.
that and then the side dish gets
Yeah.
microwaved. Unless it's fries. You don't microwave French fries. That's
That does not work.
that doesn't work
Yeah.
good. Those turn out really horribly.
Really, really horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we were in Australia, well, I'm in Australia now, but we went to a place to eat and we ended up getting um, it was a homemade sticky date pudding, but they
Sticky date
advertised on
pudding.
there, yeah, sticky date pudding. But when the waitress, or I think they either advertised it, I probably not advertised it, but when we ordered it, the waitress asked, "Do you want me to microwave it for you for like 30 seconds so you can have it hot?" And I was like, did they just reference a microwave at a restaurant? Like, these people are bold. Usually you say, "Can you want me to warm this up for you?" You don't
Right.
you don't say the word microwave, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was thrown in the microwave because that made it nice and warm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny though. I just was surprised.
My favorite thing that I used to do when I worked at that place, when I was a grill
Okay.
cook, was I used to make like an all meat sandwich.
Was the bread meat too? Was like the outside
Nope, it had bread. It
also
was on
oh,
like a
okay.
hoagie
Oh,
bun,
okay.
right? But like
Uh-huh.
put I would put like steak, chicken, bacon, sometimes fish.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That was my sandwich.
Did you put any mayo or anything on the
Probably.
because then you could say chicken twice. It's not really a meat, but it's
Yeah.
yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it was cool.
Wow. That's quite a and you know what? That's kind of my beef with Arby's is they put too much meat on their sandwiches for me. I recognize a lot of people love it, but
Arby's
I like
does?
meat as an ingredient. Huh? Arby's?
Even like the normal roast beef sandwich has too much meat on it?
Yeah, because they
Like the
like
regular one?
you get a sandwich like this tall with just a ton of meat in it. It's crazy.
Dude, that's the regular one. I always get like the double.
Yeah, for me,
Because
I'm
they
just
have
like,
like
can
they
I
have
have
like
something
the
besides meat?
single, the one and a half one, and then the double, and I'm always like, yeah,
Oh
the
my
double,
gosh.
man, you get all that, and it's like this,
Yeah.
it's heavy, like when you get
Yeah, I bet.
it.
I've never ordered it. That sounds crazy, dude.
It's really good.
Hmm.
That's
I'm
like
glad that there are people out there who love that. It's not for me, but a lot of people really enjoy it. Just good.
that's fine. You don't have to like it.
Hmm.
More Arby's for
Yeah.
me, and
Yeah. You know what? My
Miaglios
favorite
and
thing at
Thane.
Arby's, yeah. I got two things at Arby's that I liked, and which were the jalapeno poppers,
Mm,
which no longer exist, but those things were awesome.
yeah.
You probably wouldn't have liked them, but they were deep fried jalapeno peppers that were stuffed with cream cheese
Mm-hmm.
and probably some other things. It was
Mm-hmm.
really good. Um, but they got rid of them years ago. And then the other thing I like is their chicken salad sandwiches that have like grapes in them
Mm.
and nuts of some kind of sort. I don't know if they sell that anymore either, but they
I
used
don't know
to, and it
either.
was delicious.
I never paid
Yeah.
attention to the stuff like that. I always just get the beef and cheddar double with potato cakes
Yeah. Fair
and
enough.
a drink.
What kind of? I remember I didn't care for the cheese either, but I don't know. I think I
The
got
cheese
something
sauce?
weird. No, not the cheese sauce. Whatever cheese they put on my, just a regular. It must be the cheddar, but I don't know.
Well, the beef and cheddar
The cheddar kind of like.
has sauce, cheese sauce on it,
Oh, maybe it
like
is the
melted
sauce
cheese
then.
sauce.
Yeah,
It's
because I was
really
gonna
good.
say, is the sauce kind of sour-ish and like
Mm,
almost? I don't know. You could say almost tangy.
I don't know. It's like the consistency of nacho cheese that you get at Taco Bell.
Nacho cheese. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I
Wait,
just remember having something. Oh, you know what? It might have
what?
just been because of all the meat, because all the acids in the meat are kind of sour tasting. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Kishin got obliterated by a cheese sauce the other day, and it was
It was
incredible.
incredible.
Wait, so
Please
like,
tell the story.
how did
What's
you get
that?
obliterated by a cheese sauce? Like what? It was painful.
The Lord, I was.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Well, I want to
Painful
know this
cheese
story. I
sauce.
know I've
Was it
eaten.
like super spicy or did it cause digestive
Yeah.
challenges or like what what
I
happened
know
with your
I've been in
cheese
a
sauce?
position where I've eaten like homemade mac and cheese, and you take 3 bites, and well, actually, what you do is you are hungry, so you eat like an entire bowl or so,
Mm.
and then all of a sudden your stomach is like, "Poof," and you're like, holy crap, I should have just taken 3 bites of this thing because like literally it just inflames like crazy.
Hmm.
So, okay, what you got?
Ooh,
Bucky's
Bucky's cheesesteak
cheesesteak
burrito, huh?
burrito. Bucky cheesesteak
Bucky's.
burrito.
See, we don't have Bucky's around here where I live, man. I'm kind of bummed. I think we're getting one um
Are we?
not too far. Somewhere in lower Michigan. Um
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I know it's like a that's like that's like the king of truck stops, man. Like the king of
Oh,
gas station truck stops. You only ever get it when you drive through
mm-hmm.
Texas. I see. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, Bucky's is a big like I know
I've
some
seen
friends who
Bucky's
are
before.
truckers and they're just like, yeah, Bucky's is the place. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I hear you. You'll detour
I
an
will detour
hour
an
for
hour for it.
it.
Wow.
Right
It's
on,
that
buddy.
good, huh?
Uh-huh.
So you got obliterated by the cheese sauce.
The
Was
cheese
it
sauce on
spicy
the
or was it
cheesesteak burrito. What about the
you said
cheese sauce obliterated you?
yeah, I'm thinking it might be the spiciness of it because it's on a burrito and burritos can be spicy. But who knows? We'll find out maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe Kishin will keep us on the edge. He
Oh,
won't ever
maybe.
tell us.
We'll just wonder.
Oh, Cliff Africa. Okay, it wasn't
Wasn't
spicy. All right,
spicy.
so it was a digestive thing. Got it.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it was like you ate it and you were just like, that hits every spot. I'm going to bed.
That's a
I'm
good
out.
meal right there.
Obliterated.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, got it. Got it. Got it.
Man,
Yeah.
it sounds so
I've been in
good
some
though.
of those.
Cheesesteak burrito. Oh, it sounds good.
Yeah, that does sound good. Honestly, I would eat a cheesesteak burrito. Um, I've been to some of these trucker bathrooms with the like showers in them. That was interesting. Yeah.
With the shower in the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of fun.
Yep.
It makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Makes a lot of sense.
The second half wasn't as fun for
Oh.
some reason.
Oh no. I'm
Well,
sorry, Kishin.
it's because you got obliterated by the cheese sauce. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Next
of
time
course it wasn't
only
gonna be as fun.
mm-hmm.
Man,
Next
I
time eat
remember.
half of it and then save the other half
Yeah, I love truck stops
and eat
with the
something else with
showers
it.
and stuff like that. I think I really
Yeah.
appreciate those. Except
Yeah.
like there was a time when like nobody in my area had power for like
Okay.
4 or 5 days, right? And so then I was like, "Oh, there's this truck stop not too far away. We'll just go take a shower there." And they didn't let us. They said, "Nope,
Because you're not
it's
truckers.
for truckers only." And I was like, "Can I give you money?" Nope.
Wow.
I was like,
Can't even
I'm
be
willing to,
bribed.
I'm willing to pay for a shower. Like, can I just give you money? They're like, no.
You should have said, I've got $30,000 ready to be yours.
30 grand for one
30
shower.
grand for one shower.
Even time it 6 minutes.
6 minutes, I'll be out of there. I'll be
That's
like,
5 grand a minute.
you open up
You
their
think,
wallet, count
what-
their money.
Be like, when was the last time you got 5 grand a minute and you didn't even do anything? You just let me do something that didn't
And
involve
then,
you for 5 minutes.
yeah.
Like-
And if they say yes, they'll do it. You say, screw you, I'm leaving. You guys are taking a shower for $30,000. No way, man.
$30,000 shower. That's right. Hey, Kendra, welcome. And yes, Kishin, if you have a topic, we'd love to talk about it. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep talking about all this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we would love to have a topic from you. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for offering.
Join
Kendra,
me
hi.
for
How's
a
it going?
little bit until I go to community choir. Right on. Well, I'm glad you decided
nice.
to join us. That's very nice to see you.
Yeah,
Shooting it to static via
okay.
Discord. You're gonna get it.
That works. Yeah. Yeah,
Hey.
because you for some reason your device or something has problem with doing it on our website,
Oh,
so that
that's
works
right.
fine by me.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. You
Mhm.
found mice in your car today. Oh my. Like live mice? Like actual
Interesting.
mice or just like evidence of mice? Like their little droppings and like chewed up spots and stuff like that.
Or maybe someone opened up their car and threw in a couple of computer mice.
Oh, those kind of mice. I went to my car after subbing and they were on your passenger seat. Oh no. Live?
Did
Like
someone prank
live
the
mice
wrong
on the-
feature?
They were live. Oh my gosh.
Did someone accidentally prank the substitute instead of
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That would freak me out too.
That would yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I'm not a screamer. It might make me scream, but like I would certainly freak out a little bit. There were 3 mice.
Wow.
Oh my. Oh my gosh.
Christian, you typed that up quick, man. I sent you the topic, Joe.
Oh, you did. You sent it to me.
Mhm.
Awesome. And you had to drive home.
I would,
Did you? So
yeah.
what'd you do with the mice before you drove home? Like, did they just like run around and jump out or something, or did they like what happened?
He's traumatized. I believe that. Oh, he was saved. All right, great job. Great job, Kishan. That's awesome. Thanks for thinking of us, even on your downtime. Oh, last week. So you wrote a topic. That's great. That makes sense.
All right.
Appreciate that a lot.
They
This
were
one stayed
small.
in the car and were under our feet as we drove home. What?
Oh my gosh.
You didn't kick him out? You didn't say, get out of here, scram. You were just like,
I mean, seriously,
all right, guys,
they're not
let's
gonna
go.
understand what you're
That's cute.
saying. You know, like you can't. Like, if you tell a mouse to leave, they're just gonna look at you and do whatever they want. Like,
Yeah.
oh
He's
my
I bet he was traumatized. He had to travel in a car with mice. That's great. That's
Wow.
great.
Wow. They need to start paying rent.
Start paying rent. Yeah. He's screaming the entire way home. That's actually kind of hilarious.
Oh my god.
Mice are generally cool. Like they just want to, nibble on some fabric and poop everywhere.
Yeah.
But like and pee. But they generally aren't harmful to humans, and other than their waste product getting in your stuff.
Well, I mean, I suppose if you got them somehow cornered and and they couldn't get away, they might attack
And they
you.
might
But
bite you.
but like I don't know, and then you'd have to go get a rabies shot or something probably.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, bubonic plague or whatever.
yeah.
No big. No, I'm kidding. That wasn't actually mice, I think.
Your dad caught them with paper towel as they were a little slow. Okay, so they were like baby mice, must be.
Oh.
And you had to take your jackets out and wash them.
Yeah.
Wash your jackets or wash the mice?
I believe it's the jackets.
Took a wooden block and hit them
Oh,
swiftly.
man.
Yeah, that's hey. That's good. That's a good play. Good play,
Yeah.
Kendra's dad.
Okay. Did you guys eat them?
I know, Ryan. I know. You
You
don't.
kill it, you eat it. That's the
No,
rule of the jungle, man.
that's your rule, and it's
That's
illegitimate
my rule.
rule.
Look, okay, there are exceptions. You don't have to eat mosquitoes. That's the only exception.
They would have been eaten by the stray cats. It's
Yeah,
better.
there you go. That's good.
And here's the
Food.
thing. Here's the thing about, rodents and pests like that is they can spread diseases into your house.
Yeah, they can.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
So you're actually putting yourself and your family and everybody at risk by not taking care of the problem by killing the rodent. Because if you just
What
put them
about
outside, they find their way
yeah,
back in.
yeah, cats are pretty good deterrent.
And I
Not
know,
always. It depends on the cat, but yeah.
seriously, I know people, I think it was your brother actually, who drove a whole long ways to get rid of a raccoon.
Mm.
Like, I'd have been like, dude, borrow
Yeah,
a
they were
gun.
walking weird.
But and and he's like, but then we'd be shooting a gun in town. I'm like, dude, you live in Saginaw. People shoot guns in town all the
Guns in
time.
town all the time. Anyways. Honestly,
it's just
though,
a normal thing for gunfire.
my honest take on it as a Catholic is we were given dominion over the animals of the earth, and that dominion doesn't mean to dominate them by force and kill them. I think it means much better to keep the world a beautiful place and not necessarily just snuff out lives just because we can or because it's fun. That's why whatever, I forget his name in the Bible, one of the earlier people was banished because he wanted to hunt animals and kill them just for fun, and God looked at that and said, that's not what we do.
No, it's not for fun.
I know it's not for, I know
for
you're not doing it for
protecting
fun.
your house.
It's for protection. Yeah, I
You're
know. But if you
protecting
have
your
the
house.
opportunity, to let it live in a different environment like a forest or something, and you have that option, that's a lot more of a responsible sort of thing to do than just kill it. If you have the time and availability to do it, I think that's appropriate.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go put it in another neighborhood where it can get into somebody else's house?
A raccoon?
Yeah.
Well, no, you just put it in the woods.
Right, but they're gonna find their way out of the woods to the nearest neighborhood where there's trash cans, and then they're gonna find their way.
Okay, Joe, so you're suggesting kill all the raccoons in the world?
No.
Okay, then just put it in the woods.
Just the ones that you have in your house.
Well, you don't have to kill the ones in your house. There are plenty that survive without having to invade on people's homes, and if you put them in a place that's not in your homes, you're fine.
I don't
know. We live in Michigan, man. There's a lot of woods. There's a lot of woods, dude. We live in Michigan. There's so much woods. You don't have to worry about the house thing.
Yeah.
If you lived in the city, I get it.
They were walking weird, so we think they had something. They might have had a disease. They looked at us with their little eyes. Yeah. And I felt bad, but it had to be done. I understand. But your mom had a pet raccoon when she was young?
Wow.
His name was Rocket. Rocket the raccoon. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any.
Neighbor townhouse for 4 days because a mouse chewed to the cable box. Oh my gosh.
See, those are the kinds of things that can happen. Okay, so if you are in danger, is it okay to kill the animal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Then kill the mice because they're putting you in danger in your house.
I wasn't saying what Kendra's dad did was out of line. I think that if the mice are diseased, etc., I think probably better to play it safe for everybody and the mice and the other mice to get rid of the diseased mice but then again, some diseases heal, but not some of rabies generally they just have that until they die because rabies kills them.
Yeah. And thank you, August. Rats are considered a public health threat alongside mosquitoes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
But only mosquitoes are the spawn of Satan. Rats can be useful.
Well, for scientific experiment? What's your take on
Unfortunately.
that? What's your take on
Unfortunately.
scientifically experimenting on animals? Like, not
Whatever,
only are they
man.
gonna die, but they're gonna be tortured. Like,
Well, all things die. They are well fed in their environments and taken care of for the most part.
and given diseases and all this kind of stuff just to
Hopefully
test and see
not.
what they do,
You
you
know,
know?
I think if you're giving things diseases, that's a bit rough. You know, that's a bit sad, but um, yeah, I don't know, man.
Roaches. Oh my gosh. Kitchen. That just reminded me of a story of when I was a property inspector.
Mhm.
This was the most disgusting thing I've ever had happen to me when I was, well, maybe not the most. It was one of the most. I remember going to this house. It was vacant, you know, it was empty, and so I had to go do an interior inspection. I had to like walk through, take pictures of the all the rooms, and you know, see whatever, blah 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 blah. And you could smell
Mhm.
this house from outside. Like you could smell that they had
Mm,
left
it's
a
one of
whole
those.
bunch of food and you
Yeah.
know like garbage, and it just was bad. I'm like bracing myself
Oh.
for this, right? And I opened up the door, and roaches were all in the door frame, and they like rained down on me
Oh.
when I
Oh,
opened the door.
no.
It was like like all these roaches, and I'm
Oh.
like, oh,
Oh.
oh, that's so
I
gross.
could imagine. I could imagine just I'm going home immediately and taking a shower. I'm not. I'm done. I'm done for the day. Oh, oh,
Yep,
dude,
it was so
it's
gross,
awful.
so gross. I was like, oh my gosh.
Ah, oh
Yep.
man.
Yep. And that job, I also learned to always wear bug repellent
Oh, okay.
when it's not freezing cold out.
Hmm.
Um,
Did you strip off before getting in your car?
Nonsense. No, I did not. I did not strip my clothes off or abandon my clothes. I got, I mean, they're not tiny. They're like that big. So like they were
Oh, they're not the
whatever.
giant roaches, but
Right.
they're still. Yeah. Well,
Right.
honestly, the smaller the worse.
Well, yeah, because then they can get in all your little, crevices
Yeah.
and
If
stuff.
it was like, if it was like I think roaches are that would be awful, but if it was instead ants or fleas or like
Mhm.
whatever, any other kind of bug that's smaller, that'd be even worse.
Yeah. Well, and
Because you
that's
don't
why,
know. You had to check every crevice of your whole being.
and that is why you wore bug repellent was for fleas, because people would have
Mm,
pets or rodents
right.
in their house that brought in fleas, and then there were fleas. They get all on your pants, and I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
even notice them. And then one time, I remember coming out of this house, and they were like, my legs looked like they were crawling because I had fleas like crawling up my legs like crazy.
Oh,
And there were like two instances where I didn't get rid of them all before I got in my car, and then I had fleas in my car for like a week, and I had to bug bomb my car. It was
oh,
fleas are
that's
awful, dude.
awful. I think that happened to Kyle as well.
Mm,
Something similar.
mm-hmm.
I never had that happen to me, luckily, but yeah.
That's good. They're really tough to
They well,
squish. They're like
they got
flat.
fleas in they got fleas in their beds because I think they came home and,
Oh
you know,
no.
whatever, they just got on there, got home, got in.
Oh, that's horrible.
I think that's what went down. I could be wrong about that. You'd have to ask Kyle. I believe that's what happened, but maybe that wasn't even him. I don't
Well,
know. Hard
yeah.
to remember.
Unfortunately, I took my fleas to church. Cause,
Okay.
Cause I drove in my car and I had the fleas in my car, and then I
Yeah.
went to mass, and then they
Oh,
were, and so I brought fleas to church. They were great.
yeah.
You could hear the mice squeaking as you were driving home.
My
Oh
gosh.
man,
Is that the
Kendra.
car or is that the mice?
Yeah. Ugh. I'm sorry. Your brother will not get in the
Okay.
car again. I don't blame him.
There will be another mouse.
I don't blame
Fair,
him. Hey,
fair.
legit.
That's funny.
So,
That's great.
All right.
All
Well, what do
right,
you
you
say
want
we
to
do
do the
this
topic?
topic? Yes, let's say, hey, welcome
Yeah.
everybody. Welcome to Don't Worry Wednesday. If you have a topic, we're about to do a topic from Kishan here that he sent us through Discord. We don't have any on our website right now. So if you want to leave us a topic, you can go to don'tworrywednesday.com. Click the submit a topic button and do it there, or you can just put it here in the chat, or you can send us a message on Discord or whatever you want to do. What did I say? Carrier pigeons and smoke signals. Those are also
Yeah, smoke
legitimate.
signals.
That
They're
we
legitimate
probably
practices.
we probably won't know how to decipher them. Um.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Kendra. We'll see you
All right,
later.
have a great one. Thanks for sharing your story.
Yes.
That's
Thank
crazy.
you. Yes, and hopefully there's no more mice in your car.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
Hope
good.
so.
If there are, just follow like what your dad did. Block of wood,
Yeah.
squish it. Be good.
Yeah. We had mice die under our dishwasher.
They stink when they
Couple
die.
weeks ago. It was a couple months ago. Oh yeah, I could smell it right away. And then we couldn't tell what it was or where it was. We just knew something stunk in a specific area of our house. And then like it was unfortunate like a day or two later that finally we discovered where it was coming from, and it was some dead mice.
Yep. Mice do that
Yeah.
all on their own
Mhm.
without any help. You might as well help them.
I think it was actually because of the traps you set, or you guys, Kyle, whoever
Oh
set them
yeah,
in our
it could
house.
have been.
We didn't know where the traps were, but we found them later when they were used, when they worked.
Yeah. Ah. It's okay. You're welcome.
Yeah.
We helped you be rid of your mice
Make a stinky
problem.
mess.
Make a stinky.
Yeah.
Hey, Saule, thanks for putting that in the chat. No worries about
Mhm.
being late. You're just fine, buddy.
Hey, yeah. We love you.
We just appreciate you're here.
Okay.
But all right, so I'm
Mhm.
not going to put this up on the screen because I don't have it on the screen. I'm just going to read it and then I'll put up a summary.
Great.
But this, excuse me, this topic comes from Kishan and sent it to us on Discord, and it looks like it's titled "Stress, Anxiety, and Responsibility,"
Mm.
and it reads as follows. I never really experienced stress until college. I definitely had stressful
Mm.
situations, but I guess it only became a recurring character in season 5. Because of that, it took me a really long time to learn how to respond to it. I think the only times I was stressed when I was a kid was when I got in trouble. I got this adrenaline kick, my ADHD ramps up to 11, and I almost get kind of manic, like I have to do things, but I also can't focus on anything for more than 7 seconds. A major goal in becoming a music major was putting myself on stage and getting over my stage fright. And that's the
Mm.
second place I started experiencing that stress. Over the past year, as classes have gotten harder and harder, and I've gotten better and better at keeping up with my responsibilities, I'm feeling that more and more. And now I'm realizing it's happening for no reason whatsoever. To me, this bridges the territory from normal stress into flat out anxiety. Even when I'm in the middle of a break, it's hitting. Part of this comes with the major. I'm sure any musician who's gotten graded on it knows the thought process. If you aren't practicing, you could be, and you're wasting time.
Mm.
I get that. I've had this in my head for years, all leading up to my senior recital next semester. Now that I'm in student teaching, that stress is added to the thought of I have to study and practice so that I can give my kids what they deserve and become who they deserve. Joe mentioned once that anxiety is where our sphere of perceived responsibility exceeds our sphere of ability or agency. This is sort of a different issue. All of these responsibilities are within my ability. I simply do not have the time to fix them all at once. And that is from Kishan. So here we are. We're dealing with a bit of an anxiety problem, and yeah, I would say that what you said is true, but that's one thing that causes anxiety is when our sphere of responsibility exceeds our sphere of ability. that definitely causes it. Um, Anxiety is like a bodily, stress reaction. Your nervous system gets involved. Your heart might race. You breathe really shallow. You feel really tense and edgy. And, you may not know what to do. Maybe you're sweating. I remember a friend of mine one time, he thought he was having a heart attack because he was having all
Mm.
this chest pain and tightness in his chest and everything. And he went to the hospital. He went to the emergency room and found out that it was simply anxiety. And this guy's one of the most laid back people I know. But he was struggling with anxiety. And so it can hit. I have had definitely many, many bouts with anxiety, even recently. There have been, times when I just feel on edge all the time. And Ryan looks like Moses. His face is glowing.
I am the
Ryan's
spitting
got
image of Moses. Have you guys ever looked at the Bible and thought, what does Moses look like?
Yep.
No.
What did Moses look like when he came down off the mountain? I just read that part
Yeah.
actually not too long
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. Here you go. That's a little better for you.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're good. But yeah. So Kishan, I'm with you, man. I understand. Like you definitely have plenty of stress on your plate, and the further you get into college, the closer you get to teaching. I totally understand this being an issue. I will share. I can share some ways to deal with anxiety that you can, like, as you're starting to feel these anxious feelings come up. You can do some of these things that will help calm that down. But really, what's going on is your nervous system is kind of, it's freaking out a little bit. You've gone, your brain, your thinking has gone to your limbic system in your brain, which is the fight, flight, or freeze response area. And and a lot of times when you're in that mode, you're just reacting. Right? It's really hard to put thoughts together and to think through things, and so that's why when somebody's having an anxiety attack and some other person looks at him and tells him to calm down, it's like, dude, you have no idea. I want to smack them because they just don't know. But ignorance is not a crime.
You can't smack them just because they don't know, right?
I mean, I can smack them if I want, just because. But
That's true. To some degree. You might have
it's not appropriate.
You might not have the ability to smack them because what if they're like just out of reach, right?
That's true.
Some
That's
physical.
true. Yep.
Yeah.
But
anyways, power of choice, is yours.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, Kishan, I feel your pain. This is definitely difficult, and I remember getting ready to do juries when I was a music major. That was so stressful. Oh my gosh. It's like nothing like being by yourself in front of a panel of judges. No audience. Your audience are the judges. And you're there by yourself with this piece that you've hopefully practiced enough. And everybody looks like stone-faced at you. Or they're looking at you. They're watching you, and they're all squinting at you. And they're writing in their little notebooks and everything. And you're just like, oh, they're sweating. Except the tuba instructor was on my jury, and he was really cool. He was smiling. He was just like, yeah. He looked really encouraging. So I just kind of would look at him.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, juries are so much fun, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah. They were great. In fact, it's always the tuba. You're right. The tuba guys are so cool. Like, I thought percussion people were cool. And my instructors, the percussion instructor people, were all like stone-faced and mean looking, right? But the tuba guy, yeah. Oh, piano teachers, I can't even imagine. Piano teachers, very particular. Probably kind of like trumpet players. Trumpet players are very particular. I've, noticed there's different personalities when it comes to different instruments. But yeah, the tuba guys are always cool. They're always really awesome. So anyway, I'm going to turn this over to Ryan so he can have a stab at this, much like he should have done to the mice. Stab them. Oh.
I'm stabbing a mouse, dude. No, don't club him. Just like stab him. What? Don't you dare use a wooden block, Kendra. Go grab some needles.
Needles, yes. Yes.
Welcome. That's
Anyway,
awful.
Ryan, now that I've said that, and now that you got that on your mind, enjoy.
Yeah, great start. With that on my mind, Kitchen,
Now you can talk about anxiety.
good luck to me.
Yes.
Talk about anxiety, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That is anxiety inducing. um, oh, you have a hearing for your recital coming up. Yeah.
Ah,
It's a jury, but play a preview of your whole hour concert for them. Wow, that's interesting.
that's cool.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, I mean,
That would
it's
cause some
awesome that you.
stress and anxiety. It has the potential to.
Mhm.
All those things can stack up and be like that. They sure can.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, Joe, I just wanted to mention something. You'd mentioned fight, flight, or freeze,
Uh-huh.
and I recently, well, I guess like a month or so ago, learned that there are two more that they've kind of added on
Two
to that,
more.
and I respect them. They're
I
not.
knew there was a fourth, but I don't
Yeah,
remember what it is.
one of them's a bit odd to me, but
Okay.
I'll say what it is. It's fight, flight, or freeze. And then there's also fawn and flop. Now,
Fawn.
flop is a weird one because I think they just try to pick the best F starting word, but it's basically the idea that you, instead of freezing or flighting, it's kind of somewhere in between the two, where you try to get out of it, get out of the scenario,
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing. But you're not necessarily running away, but it's somewhere in between, and that's the one I don't quite fully understand. But fawn is in between. They say, I guess, is the best way to say it. Fawn is between freeze and fight. You don't necessarily fight them, but you have an assertiveness, but you don't freeze either, but you kind of do both. So what you do is you appease them.
Ah, yes.
You know, everything that they say, you're like, oh, yes, yes. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry for making you angry. Blah, 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 blah. So you're not frozen. You're still active and you're actually engaging with them.
Mm-hmm. So you're
And
not running away.
flop
You're
is
not
kind of,
flying.
so you're not, right. You're not running away. You're not attacking them. And you're also not freezing. You're kind of doing this in between where you're like fawning over that. You're giving into them and their way so that they can be appeased so that the fight doesn't happen.
Right.
And well, flop is kind of like
Let's add fumble.
the other way. Yeah, flop, I get. Yeah, fumble. That's when you're kind of backing off, but you're not quite flying. You're not running away, but you're trying to like disengage without freezing or running away. You're just disengaging.
Gotcha.
I think maybe that's kind of like what do you call that? Disconnect. You know, where you just kind of disconnect and you get off in your own world, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Where you just kind of pretend it's not happening. I don't know. I don't understand flop very well, but yeah, there you go. So I just wanted to add on to the repertoire, I suppose. But I find that interesting, and there are a lot of different responses that people have in those scenarios of fear or anxiety or whatever come your way. So,
Right.
But anyways, Kishan, I think it's great that you've kind of recognized that there's this problem, and I think it's amazing and awesome that you've decided to, like you had mentioned, take up the instead of backing down, you decided to uh, just go with being on stage more, and knowing that being on stage and present there would help you with your battle against stage fright. And instead of backing down, you stepped up to your fear, and you, to some extent, have worked on that by instead of backing down, confronting your fear. And I think that is a lot of times the solution there. Not every time, but a lot of times it is. And so I just commend you for that. I think that's a big play, and that's awesome. So way to go, man. I think also, the fact that you're cognizant of your ADHD ramping up, your adrenaline kicking in, your manic responses. I think that says a lot about. I guess I'm just want to say I'm proud of you for even noticing those things and keeping um, that awareness. Despite the anxiety, you seem to be very well aware of your mental state and what's going on. And obviously, people who are going through anxiety are generally aware of their mental state, but not necessarily capable of digesting it and putting it out in such a clean form like you did. So, again, I just wanted to say that's awesome. Keep that up. That's really great. Um, yeah, you said, I think the issue is not the individual moments of this stress. Yeah. What's really getting bad is that I can't fully recover after, and that's built up over the last several years to a level I haven't ever experienced. That's also a really good deduction, something that you're you're like really paying close attention to what's going on and finding your way through it by at, through this digestion that you're doing, through this really actually thinking about what's going on and what could be leading up to this and stuff. I think you're doing a really good job of digesting it and figuring it out already, Kishan.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I applaud you for
Yes.
that. I think that's so great. Keep it up, man. I think that's part of the solution. You're already on your way. Um, it definitely needs to be, because otherwise you just don't know. You don't know why you're feeling what you're feeling, and then you have to talk to a therapist, and they ask the right questions to help you find out why you feel what you feel, and so on and so forth. But you're kind of already doing that work, in your mind already, so that's good. I'm not saying that a therapist wouldn't possibly help you. I mean, maybe it could, might be the right answer, but
I learned a
for
lot
now,
of
maybe
stuff about how to deal with that from my therapist.
yeah. So that might be useful to you. It might be a useful tool. It might be a useful exercise. Even my wife just opening up the page that says like the briefing of what are you going through, etc. Like doing all of the doing all the tests in order to actually see a therapist. You have to do all these like you have to write about what your problem is and so on and so forth. And it's like you kind of discover you're like, oh, they're asking the right questions already. I'm kind of like resolving in my head as I'm filling this out. Um, this worksheet has actually been therapy for me,
Yeah.
just to sign up, So sometimes asking those right questions can really get you far in figuring out how to not just figuring out what's going on or why it's going on, but also um, uh, fighting the battle to recover from it or you know um, heal that, a particular issue. Um, yeah. So I think what I might have to offer you is one thing that you said specifically is that you feel like you don't have the like your responsibilities and you're doing them pretty well. And one of the things in your thoughts all the time is if I could be doing this, I should be. Um, because otherwise you're wasting your time. It's like I could be right now I'm doing this other thing when I know I could be doing like my work and my work would be getting ahead or catching up or whatever, right? It would be moving forward. Instead of moving my work forward right now, I don't know, having fun with my friends or I'm playing a game or I'm eating or whatever, right? I'm doing this other work. I'm doing my chores that I really should do anyways. They're house chores, whatever. I have to do them, but all the time you're thinking about that, about how you could be getting better at your field of interest and building that career up. And I think to some degree, obviously this is um, obsessive and oppressive, but to some degree it's good. To some degree that thinking is good, right? Because it's almost realistic. It's pretty realistic. It's pretty honest. It's like, yeah, if you spent more time doing this, you would be getting further in your career or whatever, right? That's generally true. However, they find that for runners, for example, if you run every day, you'll end up in worse shape than the one who runs every other day.
Hmm.
Um, because your muscles need time to heal and repair and get stronger. And if you never give them that time, you'll keep shredding and shredding. And a lot of times, a lot of runners get injuries, like Achilles heel and all of that kind of thing, um, because they overrun, because they run multiple days in a row trying to get better, trying to make their stuff happen. Um, and that doesn't just apply to running. Obviously, applies to all forms of exercise, and it also applies to all forms of mental exercise as well. We find that, um, I mean, we've talked about it many, many times here. And Kishan, well, if you don't set time apart for play and recreation and relaxation, etc., in your work week, you'll and you work every single day, you're going to yield less results than if you had taken 1 day off or even 2 days off.
Hmm.
Um, that's that's been studied over and over and over, and every time it gets the same result. People who take a day off of work do 15% more work than the people who don't take the day off of work. That's not like that's a total, like, and that's the minimum. It's like 15 to 30% actually. Is kind of the range you're working in there. So if you take a day off and you have that relaxation period, um, over that course of the week, you'll do 15 to 30% more work than the person who never took a day off. And that you could do for months and months and months. And over a long period of time, that's a big difference. It's a big difference, right? So I think I understand this feeling of like there should always be, you should be doing something productive, because when you're not being productive, and you could be, and it's being productive is better than not being productive. And that's true. That's true. But also you have to realize or get it in your head or understand or decide that you want this to some degree. Being that productive, you can be productive or you can just not be productive with your time. That applies to incorporating in some playtime and relaxation
Hmm.
and doing things that are outside of the scope of your works. And I know you're already struggling with, well, I don't have time to finish everything I've already got on my plate, and that's what's causing the stress. I don't think I have to finish what I'm about to say before you kind of already realize that, one, that's the human condition. There's always going to be more. You're always going to want more, or you're always going to feel like, there could be better. You're always going to feel like you don't have enough time for all the things you want to do if you're a kind of person that wants to do a lot of things. That's always the case. So it's not like you should just drop things, but you should reconcile with reality so that you're not in contention with reality. A lot of times anxiety comes with a contention over reality. That's why people say when you're having an anxiety attack, become grounded in reality. Like,
Hmm.
touch the things around you that are real,
Yes.
you know? Do these different motions that help get your brain back into the real world. And so, and when anxiety attacks flare up, it's usually over things like the future, things that haven't happened yet. They aren't real yet, but you're worried about them. You have a fear about what could happen next if you encounter this person. Maybe you're socially anxious and you're like, I don't want to say anything to that person, even though I have to in order to get like this thing I want, or like I want to be their friend or whatever. But then you spiral in your imagination out of control of all of the terrible things that can happen, and then you have an anxiety attack. And it's rough.
Hmm.
But a lot of times it's like, well, none of that is real. And it's not to say that you didn't experience it or that is not um, worth calculating outcomes or anything like that. Um, but it is to say that my point here that I'm making is you have to be real with yourself and what you can handle. And you have to realize that if you're already struggling with trying to do all of this at once and you're not taking breaks, or maybe you are, but you find that you can't handle all of this and that's causing you anxiety, that means essentially your brain is struggling with reality, with contesting with reality, the reality that is too much to handle, man.
Hmm.
And that's okay, because what you're doing is too much to handle for everybody, anybody, because we all only have 24 hours in a day. And we all, have, not all of us, but many of us have ambitions. And all of us who have ambitions are always behind on what we want
Mm.
because we want the very best. And we know that infinite amount of time can be applied here to anything to become better, to become as good as we want. It's just not possible. And so, to some degree, there's a certain amount of humility you have to take in with being a humble creature on this time forced earth where we traverse in time not beyond what anybody else is capable of, but just as everybody else is capable of. And so, you know, you don't get more time than anybody else, and you're not necessarily more capable of doing more things in that amount of time than anybody else. Maybe you are, maybe you're spectacular in certain fields, but in general, spending 2 hours practicing your instrument is 2 hours. Like that's what it is, you know?
Mhm.
So anyways, anyone who's practicing their instrument can spend 2 hours practicing their instrument. It's 2 hours gone.
Easy breeze.
Easy. Hmm. And so, yeah, and yeah, I mean, 2 hours is probably in your situation the required minimum, and they're likely asking you for more.
Hmm.
And so, um, my point is, my wife says this a lot, Yansai, you get to choose what you do with your time. And it's not that you don't have enough time. Really, it's not that you don't have enough time. Because no matter what you decide to do with your life, you have to make the time for it. If you really want it, you make the time for it. You put it in your calendar, you put it in your time slot, and you do it because that's what you want out of life.
Hmm.
The reality is, you can't have everything. No man can. And also, the reality is, some things are more important than other things to have. Some things are more important to do. And there are many things that are going to be urgent, like putting out fires and stuff. And there are things that you need to ignore those fires in order to do. You might be like, I mean, this is a intense situation, but I guess you could say, like, in this example, if you're putting out fires, imagine a building is on fire and you're trying to put it out while inside there's a person who the fire is creeping up on. And it's like, yeah, both are urgent. Which one are you going to put the house fire out or are you going to save the kid or whatever that's inside? And you say, well, I'll save the person, right? That's clearly more important, right? And in the and what happens when you do that? You probably get some burns yourself. You have to go through the fire. Um, Sometimes in life, you're going to have a lot of urgent things. And those urgent things are those fires.
Mm.
And some of those urgent things, you're not going to complete. And they're going to burn you because you didn't complete them, because you couldn't, because there was something more important that you had to decide to do other than that urgent thing. But the reality is, if you become someone who puts out urgent fires, you'll kind of only get more and more and more and more of those from other angles of
Mm.
things that you didn't expect to be in your life, and they'll just keep on coming
Hmm.
because you've stopped taking care of the important things. And I don't need to say this to you, Kishan, because it sounds like you've got yourself kind of on the spot, working pretty well at this already. My point is to keep doing that and keep your mind focused there, because it sounds like you're doing that already. I just hope that you can wrap your brain around the humility that it is to be a human being and say, I it is literally impossible in my life to do all of these things. And that's what it is. And that's okay. Some of these fires are going to burn me. I have to decide which one I'm going to make time for. And when I make that decision, that's the decision I made. I'm sticking with it and I'm happy about it. I'm happy that's the decision I went with because I couldn't do anything but make this decision or make another one. And one of these decisions, another thing's going to burn me. Either I let this go or let that go or whatever. or I try to take it all on and just all of them are going to burn me, but all of them are going to get done. And um, not well, but they're going to at least get done, and you can do that. I feel like it's probably not the way you want to go, but hopefully, um, uh, you can figure out what it is you do want to do with your time
Mm.
because you do have time for what it is you do want. You do have time for what it is you do want, but you have to figure out exactly what that is and how to achieve that. And it sounds like you've already got a lot of that already figured out, you know? Um, yeah. And I can see you're responding in chat and you're saying a lot of good things. And I think that's awesome. Yeah. Um, and I'm glad that you kind of see where I'm going with this. And I hope that it is helpful. I really hope that your mind can take this in and go, I can relax a little bit and just do the thing that I know I need to do with my life.
Mm.
And that and put that at the forefront and the most important thing. And then beyond that, um, then falls the others. Um, and be okay with whatever outcome may come because I know that I applied myself where I thought was most important. Right? Then you have some assurity. Then you have some confidence in what you're doing. You don't having that will reduce the anxiety because you feel like you've made a decision and you have some confidence in what you're doing.
Mm.
And you know that the outcome will be some of these other things are going to burn me. Some of these other things are going to fail. But I'm okay with that because I've decided that this one thing is a thing I want. This one thing won't burn me. It won't fail because that's where I'm going to apply myself. And, maybe it does fail, but at least you went through it without the anxiety. But generally speaking, if you put your mind to it, that one thing, generally that's what succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've made sure it does, right? And so that's what I would recommend off the front here. And like I said, to start with, you're already doing a lot of things right. You're doing a lot of things right. And for your ADHD, ramping up and so on, I get that. And the manic thing, I get that. You just kind of have to, I have ADHD and I learned in high school to focus, to train myself to focus. And that sounds kind of silly. I hyper focus on things, and that's what my ADHD is. But I had to train myself to be able to focus on things I don't want to focus on, or am not currently focusing on, or I'm not daydreaming about, right? I have to settle in to the things going on around me and just really apply myself. And my wife and I were talking about it recently, that very specific thing. And I remember in high school, I started being able to pay attention at mass better when the priest was talking, when the readings were being read, because I started closing my eyes. And by closing my eyes, for some reason, that really helped me just concentrate and
Mm-hmm.
listen in, digest it, and rather than being distracted by the whole world around me. And I did that for years. And I think it might have been 7 years I did that. And it just became a habit. I wasn't even thinking of it. We moved and I moved out to Colorado and I started opening my eyes again because it was a new environment. And I found I could focus even with my eyes open at that point. I didn't really, I didn't really think that I didn't really think about, oh, I can focus now. But years and years and years later, I think back and I'm like, yeah, yeah, there was some kind of transformation in my ability to actually take things in and digest them that happened over that period of time. So all I'm saying is keep doing what you're doing. Um, keep attempting to focus when your brain doesn't want you to focus. Um, and train that skill up because that's a skill. And I think ADHD a lot of times, um, it might not ever be completely conquered, but it can be helped a lot if you learn that skill. And maybe there are many people who out there who are getting diagnosed with ADHD who don't have it. They just don't have that skill yet.
Mm.
And that skill is something that's learned. That ability to focus on things is a skill.
Mm.
And the reason the ADHD is all about focus. That's why the common silly thing people say about ADHD is, ooh, shiny, oh, squirrel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your focus is there. Or in people who have a different kind of ADHD, which is called ADD. There could be everything in the world going on around them, like a car could crash right next to them and they don't even notice it because they're so focused on one thing, whatever that is in their head, usually. And so, um, no, I'm not necessarily saying ADHD is a skill issue entirely. Maybe I would say that some people are told they're ADHD and they don't actually have it. They just have the issue with this skill, which would look like you have ADHD even if you don't have it medically. But um, this skill does help a lot with if you have ADHD. I can say that for sure. It helps improve your life drastically. So yeah, I'm not sure that it is just a skill issue because again, disclaimer is that we are not professional psychologists or anything along those lines, right? So I should say that statement in this sort of setting. But anyways, with all that said, I've given you the best I can in terms of this, and I hope that it's helpful. I'm going to give it over to Joe. I'm sure, you know, he struggled. I mean, he struggled way more with some of this stuff than I did. I didn't go through that musical college experience at all. So, um, yeah, Joe,
Oh boy.
rest.
We got ADHD as a skill issue now. When in
Very
fact,
shiny,
like,
yeah.
so it's interesting because, you know, like how, like with ADHD and a lot of psychological things, you know, like mental challenges and, you know, different conditions that we have, they're diagnosed through an interview,
Right. Yes.
you know, but it's an interview with a professional, and usually there's some kind of a test that they administer where they ask a bunch of different questions, and then you say that, and then like, but in order for you to like it, you got to have the knowledge, you got to have the training to be able to decipher this stuff. So we do have a lot of people that are self-diagnosed in a lot of different things right now.
Hmm.
And um I don't know, but it's very interesting to me because we can to some degree self-diagnose through taking certain tests, right? I mean, I took an anxiety test. I went and saw a doctor, you know, a couple months ago or whatever. They sent me this anxiety questionnaire thing, and they told me I had moderate anxiety. And I was like, well, duh. Like, I could have told you that, right?
Hmm.
Like,
That's why I told you.
I
Yeah, but
sound
now
a
you're
bit
diagnosed.
quiet.
Yeah.
How about it now? How about now?
Ooh, there
Is
we
this
go.
better? Actually, probably what's happened um is Ryan got a new microphone. Well, he didn't get a new
Oh,
microphone. He's got his better microphone now that he's in Australia. And
and it's
so
louder.
he's a little louder than me. That's probably what's
Uh,
happening. And I wasn't speaking into my microphone properly. Um
mm.
but anyway, sorry. I can try and turn myself up a little bit. We'll do that. That maybe that'll help a little bit. But anyway, so okay, so Kishan, um, I love what you said. Life is a skill issue. That's why we build skills. Yes, that's
Life is a
very
skill
true.
issue. Yes, I love that.
Yep. And um, but so okay, so you've been diagnosed with ADHD. You have these anxiety issues that are coming up. You're under massive amounts of stress. And so anxiety just kind of naturally will
Mhm.
come as a result, you know. And I thought
Yeah.
I saw something you said in the chat. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. I think the issue is not the individual moments of this stress. What's really getting bad is that I can't fully recover after, and that's built up over the last several years to a level that I've never experienced. Yes,
Hmm.
stress can have a cumulative effect where, you know, if you don't handle it, you know, it'll sit there, and then you get more stress, and it just kind of builds this pile of it, you know, in your psyche, and you're just all of a sudden then you're just wigging out, man. And I get that. Oh, hey, see you later, Mianglios. Thanks for
Yes.
hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Um,
You're awesome.
but that hit me. I was like, yeah, that's absolutely true. Ryan talked about, exercise and, taking a day off in between. And I'm like, man, I wish he would have told my swim coach that
Oh.
when I was in high school. Because I was on the
Yeah.
swim team in high school, and it was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we had 2 practices. And then Tuesday and Thursday, we had 1 practice. And then we had
Oh.
an quote unquote optional Saturday practice. But
Wow, that's every day of the week and 2 times sometimes. Jeez.
yeah, yeah. Saturday was
Wow.
optional, but optional with an asterisk next to it saying, like,
Yeah.
you better be here.
Be there. Yeah.
you know, so, but I mean, they had to do that because they wanted to, a lot of,
Mhm.
as a parent now, I would get upset probably if there was a practice on Saturday too, especially now because I have very limited parenting time with my children. And so it's like on the
Mhm.
Saturdays when I have my kids, I'm going to be like, what? Like maybe we want to do something fun. Maybe we want to give them a full weekend off, And
Yeah.
so we've gotten these we've got 5-day work weeks generally speaking now, and so you have 2 days off, like the classic Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, blah blah blah, blah, Saturday, Sunday off, da 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 da. Which to me, I hate that schedule. I hate being in
Mhm.
that schedule because if the only time I have off is Saturday and Sunday, then the times I want to do something recreational, I'm doing it when everybody else is doing something recreational.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like I'd rather do my recreating on like a Tuesday, and then work on Saturday, because everybody else is out doing stuff, doing the recreational stuff, and I don't mind working when that's going on. But anyway, uh, okay, so how do we deal with this? There are a lot of different ways. Now, Kishan, you're a drummer, right? I think I remember this correctly. I think. Give me a yes or no in the chat. I think I remember you saying you're a percussionist. Um, and so some of these things, like I really enjoy some of these exercises being a percussionist because yeah, all right, cool. So one of the things that I started to do when I would feel all this anxiety coming up and I could feel myself kind of leaving reality and I'm getting so deep within my head and I'm getting freaked out about it and I'm not breathing properly. I'm just really tense and sweating and maybe I have, uh, you know, chest pain and whatever. All this is going on. And I recognize, okay, finally when I recognize it, because sometimes you're in the middle of it and you don't put 2 and 2 together, you're just in it and you're feeling it and it's like, So then when I finally recognize what it is, it's like, okay, so I have a few different options. I can take some deep breaths. I can do like what Ryan was talking about and touch things, and they do these mindfulness exercises where it's like name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can smell, 2 things you can taste, 1 thing you can touch, whatever it is. And I probably didn't get those, senses right. But anyway, so that's something that can ground you, start to bring you back to reality and and it will calm down the anxiety attack that's happening. Um but just paying attention to what's literally physically in front of you can bring you back to reality. The other thing is, and I learned this from my therapist, was that, if you can do things with your right hand and then repeat that with your left hand and then do like alternate back and forth, right and left. So I do a percussion warm up, you know, it's really, really simple and it's very, very effective for me. I don't know if it'll necessarily be effective for you, but it's something you can try. And I would just do 8 on a hand, and then 7 on a hand, and then 6 on a hand, and then 5 on a hand, 4, 3, 2, and 1, right? And just repeat that. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on down to 1. And then maybe I'll speed it up, maybe I'll slow it down, but consciously making that effort, to do that. And I've found that doing that activity goes a long way in helping calm me down, helping me focus on something. But so that also helps. Deep breathing techniques. They have box breathing, which helps, which is like you inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds. So it's like a box, right? 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds. That's one thing. Yeah, 8 on a hand time, right? But that can help calm your anxiety, crazily enough. It really can help. Breathing exercises help. Another thing is to count and then deliberately skip numbers along the way. So you're counting, you go 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, and as you skip those numbers, it interrupts that, like, because when we count, it's such a habit to just count all the way through, right? When you throw something different in there, it causes you to focus, and like you kind of like it shakes you out of a little bit of that, mental funk that you're in the middle of. So those are some things you can try when you're in the middle of that anxiety and it's really hitting you hard and you're like freaking out. You can do some of those things. It can calm you back down and it can bring you back into the real world. And then you can take, like I saw some of the other stuff you were saying in a chat where, where was it? Your teachers said you have to do it all. Yeah. There's a continuously frustrating statement said by basically all teachers when teaching me how to teach and prioritize. Yeah, but you have to do it all. I understand that, but that's kind of a blanket statement, and I think that's them chickening out on how to teach you. Personally,
Teachers don't do it all.
they don't.
No one can do it all. They just
Yeah, but you have to do it all is the response. I'd be like, I mean, okay, maybe, but there's priorities.
yeah.
Maybe you have this whole list of things that you got to do. But you also have to be able to gauge what's important now and what's important next and what's important after that, right? And set things up right away. Like, okay, so I mean, just like, let's take this for instance. So I have to do it all, right? I have to stay good at my instrument. I have to teach a class. I have to do that. Well, class starts in 5 minutes. Well, I have to do it all, so I'm going to go practice.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. Your priority is the class.
Yeah, well,
you're teaching right
you have
now.
to do it all. If someone says that, you ask them, how many relationships do you have? How many are you doing all right now? Oh, you haven't talked to your brother in a month. Wow. Okay. You're not doing that very well, are you? It's like,
Dude, I
we
haven't
can't all
talked to
do
my
it all.
brother in a month. You're calling me out,
Sorry, I wasn't
man.
talking. No, you're not a teacher.
Oh.
Wait, yeah, you are. We're all teachers. No. Okay.
Actually, I think
Anyways, yes,
it might have been
that's the
like 3
side step.
weeks,
I'm just,
actually, but
yeah, just adding on.
mm-hmm.
Carry on.
Sure. But anyway, so I don't know. I think you can look through and you can see all the tasks that you have. Sometimes just writing them all out and looking at them, it can stress you out for one, but also it can help you capture the mess. If you don't have them like listed, the things that you have to do over the next however long, it can create a lot of disorganized chaos in your mind. Because then, I mean, if you have a lot of different things to do and you don't have them written somewhere or printed somewhere or on a screen somewhere that you can look at and like all that kind of stuff, Now, not only do you have the stress of all the stuff that's happening, and you know it's all there, whatever, but you also have the stress of it not organized. So you have a little bit of disorganization, I guess would be a better word, going on. So sometimes we have to stop and capture the mess where it's like, okay, I have all this mess of stuff. I'm going to list it out. Okay. Now, what do I have coming up that's going to require me, what do I have coming up sooner that requires one of these or multiples of these or whatever, right? And so then you can try and prioritize that. You can try and be like, okay, so these are more urgent than these. You can, like Ryan was talking about, things that are there's a difference between urgent and important, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like urgency is there, but a lot of times the important things in life get sacrificed on the altar of the urgent. So we don't do the important things because we're too busy handling all these urgent things. But I think sometimes urgency is real, and a lot of times urgency is manufactured by people around us, by bosses, by
Yes.
teachers, by
Yes.
what?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
you're right.
You said yes. Okay. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
But urgency becomes this thing. It's not even real. It's just somebody wants it done, and you're the guy that they're telling you to do it, right? And so, like, all of a sudden it's urgent. Now, if you have a life or death thing where maybe you're a teacher now and you have a student that's really having a struggle with something and it's actually causing problems and they need to talk to you, that's urgent and very important, right? So, because as a teacher, that's kind of your job. Now, you have to gauge how serious the issue is, obviously. That takes some discernment. It'll take some wisdom, and you will get better and better and better at it as you go. It's not something you're going to be perfect at, and that's okay. But it's something that you will improve and get better at. I'll probably make it a separate topic, but that manufactured stress via other people thing has been really bad lately. I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
You're in college. You got professors. They're stressed out too, a lot of times. I have a buddy who's a college professor. And he was like a writing professor. And so he had to always read and grade a bunch of papers and essays and all that kind of stuff. So he had a lot of work to do after school, right? After he was done teaching, he was reading and reading and reading essays and grading them and stuff. And that to me would be a grind that I would not want to do. I'm like, dude, I don't know how you do it, man. Like, takes a special kind of mentality to be able to handle that.
Yeah, that's a special kind of person right there.
But so, I mean, and a lot of times the stress comes from them. It's coming from their bosses, the dean or whoever, you got, like, everybody's kind of got a chain of command that they're answering to. And all it takes is one guy somewhere in that chain of command causing a bunch of stress for somebody to have that stress trickle down into the rest of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was like when I did inspections, when I was doing property inspections. I told you, like, I don't know if I said this analogy before, but the way that industry worked is that you had a mortgage company that needed an inspection done, right? And then you had an inspector in the field that's willing to go do the inspection and get paid for it, right? But then in between the mortgage company and the inspector, there's like 2 or maybe 3 companies full of people and staffs, and they're all just yelling at each other and complaining to each other and like fighting over money and getting stuff done and all this kind of stuff.
Everything up,
like,
man.
It's just crazy. And it's like, somebody's like, well, we need this now. Well, actually, they need it, 2 weeks from now, but they want a little bit of a buffer zone. And so they're going to say, we need it immediately. And it's like, dude. And then they're going to be like, oh, it's already late. The next person is going to be like, it's already late. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I just got it like an hour ago and you're telling me it was due yesterday?
That's happened many times. I
So
remember
many
calling.
times.
You just call them out on it.
Yeah. I had to call. I'm like, look, finally I got really assertive. It taught me how to be assertive because I was like, dude, there's no humanly way possible to do this. So you're going to have to just chill out, talk to your client, whatever. You can tell them exactly what I said. If you want me to talk to your client because you can't, I'd be happy to. They'd always be like, no, 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 no. I'm like, what? You don't have any guts? Come on. Like,
yeah. And it's annoying too because if you got an order in late, they paid you less.
I know.
And they send it in already late. You're
Yep.
like, I'm not gonna take this if you're just gonna pay me less for it, and
Right.
you're the one that decides when it's late or not.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Silly.
That can be due whenever.
Yep.
Don't tell me it's late already. I got a month on that, and I know you do too.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Manufactured urgency. That's, yes.
Uh-huh.
Manufactured urgency. It's not even real. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so we were talking about your priorities list, right? So you take all these things that you have to do, these tasks, and you arrange them however, based on whatever stipulations, like what's important, what's going to take me longer to do. Like if you have this big piece to prepare, you might want to get started on that and just give yourself regular snippets of time to work on it. I mean, you know what you have to do better than I do. So just run down the list and say, okay, what's important, all this kind of stuff. Oh boy. Hey, Avila, Lilia, and Connie. Great to see you.
Hi.
Listen to me talk with my stuffed up nose. Here, I'll show you Ryan too. Look, there's Uncle Ryan.
There you go. Hi. Love you guys.
Good to see you guys.
Have fun at Mom's.
I hope I'll see you soon.
Grandma's.
I'm going to be working on your house soon, making a bunch of noise. You're going to love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So anyway, all right, Kishan. So, you're so awesome.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah, you're awesome. Where was I? Kishan. Priorities. Yes. Okay. So when you have this list now and you're figuring out what's important and what's not, let's say you have a handful of those items that are of equal importance and equal urgency, which could happen. I've had that happen all the time where it's like, okay, what am I going to decide to do? Because I have these 3 things that I need to do and they're of equal importance. So then the question is, which one do I do first? Right? And I will always make the mistake, the horrible mistake of doing the one that I want to do most first. That's a mistake. I think. Again, we're not professionals. We're not a substitute for professional counseling or advice, and you probably shouldn't listen to what we say, and we're probably just spouting a bunch of nonsense anyway, and this is for entertainment purposes only. So laugh. Ha ha ha. Thank you.
Laugh now. I need one of those signs that you hold up and tells the audience what to do.
Yes, do that.
Laugh.
That'd be perfect. Laugh.
Joe just said something incredibly wise and profound.
Yes, laugh. There we go. Thank you, Kishan. You're the best.
Thank you, Kishan. You're doing great. Yeah, man. Such a good audience member.
Yes. Good job. But I read this book a long time ago and I forgot about it. It's called Eat That Frog. It was when I was first learning, all kinds of personal development, and professional skills and stuff like that. I read this book called Eat That Frog, and it would talk about this principle of when you have your to-do list, do the one that's going to be hardest and worst, and the one you don't want to do the most, do that one first. And he would talk about it's like eating a frog. And so eat the
Mhm.
frog. Do the biggest, ugliest, eat the ugliest frog first. Don't eat the frog. Eat the frog. Eat the frog.
Hey, if you kill, you eat it. That's, I mean,
Yeah.
that's did I do it right? Oh no. I think
What
you got the
happened?
wrong big to do out of the I think, Hero, you got the wrong, like, the big to do out of the way first. That's the wrong big to do. Dying? Just put that one off to last. Do put that one off to last, even though
Well,
it is in the
that's not
way
something you're
to
supposed to
life.
be able to control anyway, right? Live until it ends, right?
Yeah.
Like that's not something to a task on your to-do list.
Mhm.
Yeah, what's on
It's
my
not a
to-do list?
task.
Die.
Yeah, you make your, like, to-do list, and at the end, it should just say no, it should not
That's
say die.
yeah, that's not a to-do list item. Sleeping
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah. Sleep. Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, because here's the principle. The principle is if you do that thing that's the hardest and the most scary and the most annoying and the one you don't want to do the most, if you do that first, then all the rest of them are a breeze, man.
Yeah, I find
It's
that's useful for me.
it's great. And what you find is you think it's bad to do it. Like you're thinking about it and you're
Mhm.
overthinking about it and you're like, oh, this is gonna stink. I don't want to do this. But when you get into it, most of the time, almost every time, I find it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's usually the case. Very, very, very few times has it not been the case. Most of the time, I build it up in my mind as something that's really scary, really bad, really hard, really challenging, all this stuff. I don't want to do it. And, it's like building up and building up and building up. And then I'm like, I do it. I start doing the thing, and it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Sometimes it's actually kind of fun. There's one exception to that, and that was getting divorced. That was harder than I expected it to be and more painful than I expected it to be and took longer than I expected it to be and everything, right? It was just worse. I know that's not the case for everybody, but in my case, that's what it was. But anyway, August, go to heaven, get old, get young, get born. Wait, what? Does the bullfrog. The bullfrog.
Ah,
Yeah.
bullfrog.
So anyway, Kishin, that's those are some things you can do. So because when you're disorganized, so first of all, do you have kind of a good list of the things that you have to do somewhere? If not, that might be your first important task. I've heard guys call it capture the mess before. I know I said that before, but when you have a mess of stuff like this, when you're really stressed and you have all this stuff to do, capture it. That's your first step. Because until you do, they're just going to be all out floating around. Maybe they're in different syllabuses, in different folders and different things. You got all kinds of, they're all spread out all over the place and all scattered. And you got to
Mhm.
open like 17 different notebooks in order to figure out each thing out. No, get a list. Make a list. And, so then here I have it all on one sheet or two sheets of paper, like they're right there in front of me. Now you have captured it. Yay! Good job. You win. Next, you can go through and figure out which ones are priorities and which ones you can even rank them in things that are most difficult or that you think are going to be most difficult. I had a guy who used this. There was a guy that I learned a bunch from. He used this phrase called HIME, well, this word acronym called HIME, HIME.
Sounds familiar.
Yes. And this was actually this is a little bit different than the eat that frog method. He would still subscribe to that, but he also was looking at efficiency and he's looking at building companies and stuff like that. And he would go, okay, here's how you arrange your task, and he would say this is HIME, HIME, high impact, minimal effort, right? And there's some
Yep.
validity to that too. The thing is the impact. You want the higher impact things up there, and the minimal effort things, those are good because you can skate through a whole bunch of them really fast if they're minimal effort. You can just knock a whole bunch of them off your list.
Hmm.
Right? You can arrange them like that. So, but then the eat that frog method only comes into play when you have some of them that are equal. When you have two or more that are equal in importance, in impact, and the minimal effort thing, when they're equal, you pick the one that's going to suck the most first. And I'll say that with a smile. I love you. Oh my gosh, what's going on in the chat? Like, so much happened in the chat when I was just saying all that kind of stuff. I just look and it's like a whole nother page. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you guys are going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know, I've talked a lot. But these are some things that can help you deal with this stress, Kishan. And I got to tell you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that, this is happening. August is putting on so many hats.
That is so true. And shoes for that matter.
Literally going home to do what? You're going home to make your list in 15 minutes? I wrote on my last list to make a new one. Nice.
At the end of the list, make a new one of these. This one was...
Make a new list.
Wow.
No, it's okay. So anyway, it's okay. You paid for that.
Oh.
Yep. You pay for school. You pay for college, man. It's not cheap.
Hmm.
And you're going to come out of there and you're going to be a teacher. Right? That's a very noble profession. And to be a band director, I'm guessing you're going to be a music teacher somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a big job.
That's incredible.
And to me, that's a very important job. Because in this world of, math, science, all this STEM classes and stuff like that, the world can get really dry and rigid and cold.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that arts warm it up and beautify things and make things better and more livable. Our world is more livable when there's beauty.
Mm-hmm.
It's more fulfilling when there's a beauty. And when you can teach that, that's a wonderful thing. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I find that the maths, the arts, or the maths and the science, they point to the beautiful and dissect the beautiful. But the problem is when they're taught a lot of times, they don't reference it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't complete the sentence. They don't, it's like there is so much math in music that is incredible and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much physics going on in music and why we can hear it and how that works and all that. There's neural stuff in music. It's like a beautiful thing, but we don't point to it when we're doing the physics or doing the science or the math or whatever. So yeah, they all is part of the same thing, I think. And so it's really important I agree, Joe. I definitely need the musics, definitely need the arts in school.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And we need to be better, I think, at promoting it. I think that's important. Don't get you started on math and animation. I'm sure there's a crap ton of it, man. I'm sure it's just incredible. Kishan, you're right. Teaching is quite literally the most important skill anyone can have later in life. You're absolutely right. I very well might not teach professionally, but I know I will teach. Yes. And in fact, it's interesting. I was just talking to my friend Kate, and we were talking about some stuff, and she's like, so what kind of things are making you happy? What kind of things do you come alive? I mean, I'm so busy. I work building cabinets for a living, and we're trying to hold this record label publishing company together, and Like, I'm just like, I feel like I want to get more focused there. And I'm like, I need to have time and all this stuff, right? And so she's like, she's asking me about my mental well-being being under all this, like working so much and so hard, and then also having all this other stuff on my mind as well. And I was like, it's really interesting. I don't know if this has all kicked the love of it out of me, but I don't really feel like performing as much anymore. I don't feel like playing
Mm,
as much anymore. I mean, I still do. I still have fun. But more, the
mhm.
thing that actually, when I think about that aspect of things, the thing that makes me come alive more is getting involved with other artists and helping them, fill in the gaps of where they might need to know something, or help them move their stuff forward to get it out, you know, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And she's like, "Oh, you're right on track. That's so normal. The older you get, the more you move into a mentorship role." And I was like, "Oh,
Mm,
okay, that makes sense." And she's like, "Yeah, you just kind of you start to gravitate toward that." And I'm like,
mm.
seriously, honestly, though, I think part of it is you get all these people that are coming up and they're innovating with music and they're doing such a good job. And it blows my mind, and it makes me feel inadequate, to be
Nah,
honest,
man, you'd
as
be
a
fine.
musician. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I can do better
Mm,
is I can encourage them, I can help them grow. And
mm,
that involves teaching, you know? And they would tell me that I have a gift in doing that. Her husband, Tony, is one of the artists on our roster, and he was always said, you know, from the time I started sitting down with him and talking to him and then recording and producing him, that he's like, "Man, you just have this gift of you have knowledge in this field, but you have a gift of bringing really good performances out of me." And I was like, "Man, I really appreciate that." I like started crying. It was really cool. The start of Joe teaching you all drums, easy. 8 on a hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just did 7. Oh, I just screwed up my own warm up drill. Don't worry, we gonna beat up some drums Wednesday. Nice. Yeah. Oh, Kishin, you don't know if you enjoy solo work. You don't like the spotlight. It makes me very negative. You know what? I agree. I was just talking to a friend earlier, and I was like, I'm kind of more of a support musician. I'm a better
Mm,
background vocalist. I focus on the rhythm section.
mm,
And I was a front man in some of the bands I was in when I was younger. And I find much more joy in being in the back, being in the rhythm section, being the
mm.
part that creates a bed for the leads to shine, right? It creates like this, the environment for them to thrive and shine in. That's one of the things that I love doing the most. So I'm not like in the
Yeah.
spotlight,
That's
but
that's beautiful.
I
Mhm,
love creating the environment for somebody to be in the spotlight. You know what I mean?
mhm.
That's why I love music tech. Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. I'm sorry. I've been just totally dominating the microphone. Ryan, do you have anything to talk about here?
No, I guess, uh, Sally said some really good stuff early on.
Hmm.
Um, um, so I don't know, I'll have to relook at that. He said, um, oh my, where is it? Sally, what'd you say? Um,
He's like, when? I gave a disclaimer.
yeah, actually, okay. So they said when I was in college for engineering, not quite the same, I found that I performed, let me see the word, that I performed way better on exams when I was not stressed out. I found that I got way more stressed out when doing my homework.
Hmm.
Oddly enough, that meant I learned better and performed better on exams by skipping my homework.
Huh.
Don't do this don't do this unless you know it will work for you and you talk with your professors. Homework grades matter. And then he continued to say, how I came to that solution was by observing how I functioned how I function and deciding what I cared about. I care about learning the info and keeping a stable mental environment. I do not care too much about my grades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that makes so much sense, so that if you don't care about your grades, but you're doing everything you can to keep them up so that you appear to be performing well, but the reality is you're not actually performing well because you're not doing good on your tests, you can't retain the information because you're too worried about doing this homework thing that you don't really care about. Your brain's gonna be all out of whack and you're gonna be stressed out and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
They continue to say then by cutting out the things, for me it was homework, that caused stress and pulled me down, I was able to improve my capacity to learn and perform well. Basically, I set my priorities to what mattered to me and was able to significantly reduce my stress and alleviate my college anxiety.
Mm.
And I think that's a brilliant move by you, Sole. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, that would be a brilliant coming from an engineer. Engineers tend to be pretty brilliant,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, and
nevertheless,
Saleh is a brilliant of the brilliant engineers. He's one of the
yeah, that's
more
true.
brilliant
I
of
want
the
to,
brilliant people,
yes, that's
in
true.
my opinion. And
Um,
my opinion is
in my
correct.
opinion as well, and always, yeah, except for
Yeah.
maybe about some cheese groups and mushroom blends, but
Well,
other than that, yeah.
my disclaimer is my opinion is correct, but I'm not a professional.
That's right. Not a professional opinion. I don't have. There are people who are professional opinionators, but anyways,
Oh my
they work on the
gosh.
news.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I was just gonna say that.
sorry, we're gonna get fired by YouTube.
Nah,
Who
man.
never
Nah.
hired us, anyways.
YouTube knows. New YouTube knows.
Yeah, that's true. YouTube knows. So, anyways, um, we I kind of came to the same conclusion as Saleh. That was my experience as well. Similar, anyways. When I was in high school, I just and it's not a I'm not recommending this to anybody, but I figured out that homework just added to my life something. It was actually taking away from my life. I stopped doing homework and just actually suddenly started getting A's on all my tests. In fact, this was crazy. For an entire year, on several classes, not for an entire year, for an entire 3 years at least, all of my classes, I did no homework except for what I could get done in class. And I turned in half sheets of paper done. Like, I passed every class I had because I did so well on all of my exams, so well on all of my tests, because it just did not do the homework. And it's not that the homework made me stupid. Homework is made to study and become better. But for me, it was just something I dreaded. And it was something that was taking away from my ability to learn. Because if I associated learning with homework, I didn't want to learn. And therefore I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But if I took away the homework aspect, I didn't mind sitting in class and listening and learning what the teacher had to say. So I had a similar experience there. Now, my grades did suffer. I did get C's and D's for all my classes, but I did pass them all
Mm. Good
because
job.
homework is worth a certain. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, that was my experience. And again, I'm not recommending it to anybody, but just recommending the notion of figure out what is stressing you and causing the anxiety in terms of what might be holding the work that you have to do back. Because the work that you have to do might be the work you have to do, but at the same time, the work you have to do might not actually be the case that you have to do it.
Mm.
It might be the case that it's driving to an end that you don't like. It's like, this is supposed to help me learn. It's actually preventing me from learning. Good business, if you're a self-employed man and you're running your own business, you would look at that and go, well, let's stop doing that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be the smart thing to do here. So if you're trying to take control of your life, reduce anxiety, and get more out of your performances in everything, I don't mean performances on stage, but performances in everything you're applying yourself to, it's wise to get in there and dissect them a little bit and figure out, what do I pull back on? What's holding me back? What's causing disruptions? What's causing this shaky ground that's giving me anxiety about these things that doesn't need to be a part of the equation? What can I just pluck out of there and be like, okay, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that? It's a lot less stress now. now I'm narrowed down to what actually is helping me in life rather than is just making me look like I'm able to do stuff that I clearly am not able to
Mm.
do. All
Mm-hmm.
things like that. You kind of maybe you can do some of that in this field, Kishin, but maybe that's not applicable. But I thought Sabade's recommendation or message on that was worth the deep dive, if you will.
Yes.
So
Well, and I love that too. Because grades, I think we put so much importance on grades, or maybe that's just how it was when I was growing up. But I see it
well, you
happening.
were the son of a teacher, so yeah,
Yeah,
you especially. But
I was the
even
son of a professor, and
oh, a professor.
my mom was a professor. My dad was valedictorian of his class at
Mm,
in high school, and then he went on to get 2 bachelor's degrees in 4 years.
wow.
Like very academic, right?
Hmm.
Smart, genius level smart, right? Like
Yeah,
crazy. And um yeah, grades
that
were
was
really
sort of what was
really
expected of
really
you.
important. But I also see it in my kids' school now, like how grades are like this hugely important thing. But I can remember
Hmm.
growing up with the notion that, man, if you get like a B minus, then you're not going to get into the right school and your whole life will be ruined.
Yeah, wow.
Like
Everything's riding on every single thing you do.
everything. Yeah. And on a grade and on a system, on a grade that, like, the grading system in each class was designed by a person.
Yeah, and they had the right to kind of curb the bell whenever they wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
and at any point you could just not be good enough. They'll give
Mm-hmm.
you a D. You can't reverse that. It's not up to you that you got the D.
And if
You
you
did what you
and
could.
if that happens, your life will be ruined. Like it was crazy the amount like
It's 90% of homework when you're homeschooled. Nice.
well, because what's the point? I finally started to ask myself, what's the point? The point is to learn the material, right?
Mhm.
And then I'm like, this whole system is rigged and fake.
Sure. Yeah, because you make up the numbers. They make
Right.
up the numbers. It's fake.
Like I can learn all this stuff on my own time, if I'm interested in it. Now, some of these things I didn't really want to learn, and it's good to have a well-rounded education, and that's why we do this. We
I'm
go
glad that
through
you enjoy the
K through
homework,
12
by the way,
schools.
Kishan. That's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry to
Yep.
interrupt you. I just,
No, you're fine. But yeah, it was just nuts because it's like the point isn't the grade, the point is the knowledge, right? The point is you being able to do what you're gonna do. Now, Kishan, you're in a music education course. What's the point? For you to teach music, right? There are so many things outside of the classroom that are gonna make you good at that. Elements of your personality, elements of how much you care for your students. Those things are gonna make you a great teacher, not just the knowledge of like all the things they're trying to teach you in school. So anyway, August, I saw you post this. You said, similar to you, Joe, support is a key part of my character in games and IRL. My brother.
Hmm.
I'm a support main. Do you play Marvel Rivals by any chance? Um and if so, who are your mains? I'm just kidding. You don't have to say so. um but yeah, support. I'm always a healer. It's funny. It's fun. Oh, you play Overwatch? Hey.
Ah,
Me too. I was always a support main there too. Lucio. Everybody would be complaining because I'd pick Lucio.
yeah.
But I got pretty
You
good at
play
him.
Lucio well. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kishan, thank you so much for the topic. I hope we've been able to go through this, and give you a little bit of peace of mind. Um,
Mhm.
you're glad you have a year of student teaching. You're in that year now, right?
Yeah. That's awesome. I think
Mhm.
so. Life Weaver.
Wu Young is
Yeah.
the new one, right?
I never heard of Wu Young.
Wu Young is fairly new, and Anna Anna or Anna. I can't remember how it's pronounced. Anna's great.
Anna.
Anna's
Must be
like
Anna. 'Cause
she's
or
like
something.
one of my mains in Rivals, where you just shoot out there. You shoot your enemies and your allies, and it heals your allies and damages
Oh,
your enemies. It's great.
that's nice.
um, very new but challenging kit. Right on. Oh, Kishin, of course. We appreciate the topic. Man, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're glad to, talk about whatever. And if we can be helpful, then that's great. Oh, Saule's got something. I remember freshman year, about halfway through the second semester, the girl I liked got an 89 B plus. She was crying after the class where the test got handed back. I said that a B was still a good grade and her average was still an A. She responded with, I had straight A's until now. I said, the class average is a D. She said, B's sting. Oh,
That's
yeah.
rough. That's a
Then don't
rough time.
and I love your statement here at the end. Don't put your life's value in your grades.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Because you are so much more than a grade, man. So much more to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. A lot to consider as always, and you have some notes. All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you have
Way to go, Kishin.
a list. And one of the things on your list is to make another list.
Mm-hmm. Kishin, I really appreciate that about you. It's like you actually want to fix this, and you're not just like, like you're actually applying yourself in order to try to get this right and figure it out. And I think that's so awesome. You're even writing notes about it. I'm just so proud of you, man. You're amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you'll likely have part 2 soon. Great. Bring it, man. We would love to talk about it.
Too much.
People problems. Though that's where things get sticky.
Oh.
People are unpredictable, immature, unwise, and sinful.
It's
among
true.
other things.
Mm-hmm.
Myself included, right?
Yeah.
It's so true.
All of us.
Not Ryan though. Ryan's basically heaven in a human body.
No.
Yeah,
No.
just ask Neonsai. Ask Connie.
Yeah, but
Connie, where'd you go? Connie, are you still here? Because if you're still here, Ryan is basically heaven in a human body, right?
everyone's just gonna lie about me and they're just gonna say that I'm
No.
perfect or whatever. It's not even true, man.
It is true. Neonsai says
I'm
what?
just like everybody else.
What? That
What?
means
Yeah,
that
she's
means
like, what?
yes.
He's
That
not.
means yes. Yeah, he pretty much is perfect. I know.
No, see,
I know.
everyone's
Right? But he makes you feel good about your inadequacy compared to him, right? Like
Mhm.
he's really good about it. Yeah, you see him all the time, so you know. You see him up close and personal.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Joe.
You've watched him
He's pretty
brush his
perfect.
teeth.
And it makes you feel good about your inaccuracies compared to him. Dang, dude. It's like a wow. It's ridiculous.
It's true. It's true.
Williams Cup. But no, but sorry about that. Let me do that for you again. Here you go. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to hold it like this or like this? Like what's your preference? You want pinky out? Is that your deal? I guess I'm not here to please you.
I mean, you're Australian now, but that's more of a British thing to try and put your pinky out on your teacup.
Pinky out. Mm-hmm.
We're not British.
We're not British. That's right.
I know.
We're Australian.
It's all right.
Australian, mate. It's time to get your game in the head.
Pinky below
Wait,
the
get your
handle.
head in the game, I mean.
I don't even know. Like,
Pinky
this
below
is how I normally hold a mug. I make a fist. 2 fingers
you
in
hold
the
it like
handle.
this?
You hold it like that?
This below the handle? Like which version of below the handle?
Like if I
Of course,
hold
this is a
it,
big.
if I
Every
hold,
mug's different.
if I hold a cup like this around the rim, then yeah, my pinky sticks out because I'm like, I don't want to
it does, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you don't want to contaminate your cup with your pinky.
Oh, your hand is so small you don't have a good grip otherwise. I see.
Mm. Wait, who said that?
Twashu.
Oh, Twashu. Mm-hmm.
Pinky below the handle. What are like cowboys?
You okay? Kishin, do you mean like I am actually upside down, or the camera is just rotated so that I look upside
We're
down?
gonna make you upside
Because
down. We'll rotate you. That's okay.
one of those might result in me passing out for being 2 hours upside down, and
I mean, I could probably do it right now, but it'd mess up my OBS, and I don't want to have to try and fix it.
That's criminal idol. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Stick right to the ceiling.
You let
Wait,
my
what?
pinky stick out.
You let your pinky stick out. Your drum teacher whacking it
Oh,
with the stick.
oh,
Oh,
ouch!
yeah.
No.
When you hold a stick with your pinky out, that's no, man.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But you know what's more annoying?
Bats can do it. Okay, you're right. So bats are better than me.
Drumsticks right here.
At least we know that.
So if you hold your
Now
drumstick and you got your
out.
pinky sticking out like that, like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, right? Like, don't do that. The thing I see, and I can always tell when someone's not a drummer, is because they do this.
Mm.
They're drumming, and they're like, look at me, I'm a drummer. And they've got their forefinger, like, on the stick like that. And I'm like, dude.
Ah.
But yeah. You can use your pinky. You can use
Yeah,
your
your pinky's a
fingers,
tool. Yeah.
right? Especially when you play
what about,
like
you hold 'em-
timpani. When I would do drills where I would like do just, you know, exercises like this.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
You know,
What about pencil style?
like this.
Yeah, well, no, when you're playing at like
Traditional.
there you go. Yeah. I guess it's not quite like a pencil, is it?
No.
Yeah. No, it's quite different. I've never see how they hold the sticks. I only see them doing it sideways. I thought it was more like a pencil, but I can see that's a little bit different. Maybe some people hold their pencils like that.
So here's your cradle, right, between your thumb and your
Okay.
in this web part of your right. There's your cradle. Your ring finger supports, right?
Okay.
Your first finger comes and touches your thumb, but it doesn't really grip the stick too much. It kind of controls it. Your middle finger just kind of rests on the stick, right? And then your pinky doesn't do much of anything, right?
Oh man, that pinky is gonna get whacked.
Yeah, it happens on the rim, and it bleeds.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I believe that. Oh,
it's great.
It's kept.
Oh, I like this. I like where the chat's going. Let's go, chat.
Talking about Christmas albums?
Yeah.
Stick right into the ceiling. No problem.
Can we have a Static P Christmas album? Ooh.
Yeah, everyone's asking now, huh?
Yep. A very Static P Christmas.
Maybe we could do it. Maybe we could do it.
Kishin says, traditional kills me. I can only do it in my right hand. You can do, but that's the left-handed. You can do the traditional grip with your right hand. I don't think I can even do that. That's weird. Like, but I was a marching guy for a while. So like that just became the thing. But yeah, I thought we already coerced Static into doing the Christmas album like 3 Don't Worry Wednesdays ago. Yeah. But then the onside got in the chat and was like, let's not bully Ryan. And I'm like, okay, let's not bully Ryan. I don't think really bullying. It was just encouraging him strongly.
Ringo. I got blisters on my fingers. Ringo. Isn't that the word for apple in Japanese? No, it can't be.
Wait, Kishin, you can't understand why what? Why it was left hand? Why it's on the left hand? The traditional grip?
Yeah.
If that's the thing that you don't understand why, I'll tell you why. I can tell you exactly why.
No, bully Ryan if it results in a Christmas. Oh wow, you guys are so good to me. Ringo. Yeah, it is apple. Okay, thank you, Hiro and Twashu.
Wait, what?
It was the Beatles, though. Okay.
Oh, you can't understand why you can only do it in your right hand? Just because you haven't practiced enough. I couldn't do it in either hand until I went to drum and bugle corps and I practiced and practiced and practiced for like 6 hours a day every day.
Hmm.
And then I finally got it. Oh, yeah, you understand the historical reason. Yes. It's because drums were carried in an angle, when they were marching.
Hmm.
And so because of that, the drum was at an angle. It was on their leg. It was resting on their leg. And so,
Right.
yeah. So to hold matched
That
grip,
makes sense.
they'd be like this. And that's
Yeah.
just weird. So they held it like this. So
Yeah.
then, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep. Sling drums. Yeah. What is this? Hero's got all the icons, man. A mermaid. I see that mermaid on there, and I think of Siren's Curse,
Oh,
the new ride at Cedar Point this summer. It was so fun.
nice. Yeah, I think it would be really cool to go to Cedar Point.
Yeah,
I kind of want to. I
next
know
summer,
that
man. Next summer,
my
come
wife and
back.
I have been to a couple of different theme parks now with some roller coasters, and they're fun. They're fun. She likes them. I want to. I want to go to Cedar Point, and we could do that with you. That'd be so much
Yes,
fun.
we
We would have a blast.
would have so much fun. You would, yes.
Yeah,
Wait, Hero, take what back? The mermaid?
we would have so much fun. Take it back, Joe, please. I don't know.
What am I taking back? What did I say? I'm sorry. Yes, Jeff, you're right. Helter Skelter was the Beatles song where Ringo yells, "I've got blisters on my fingers." What am I
Heavy
taking
metal.
back? What am I taking back? Am I taking Ryan back to Cedar Point? Oh, just imagine the mermaid and the cat don't exist.
Oh, okay. It's just swords. I get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I see.
Karen.
I don't even want to know now. Like, I'm a little nervous. Now my brain's
Don't
going
worry
in all
about the
kinds of
context.
directions. No context
No context
necessary. All right.
They just don't belong in Hero's Notebook. That's all.
Oh, okay. I see.
Or maybe they do, but they're hidden.
Is Neonsai returning Ryan to the husband store, and am I buying him? No.
No, that was never part of anyone's deal.
I
Christian,
think
don't even recommend or suggest such
there's
things.
no returns to the husband store. What?
Don't put that into anybody's mind. I wasn't bought from a husband store. Christian. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that's how we all are, man. Yes.
Yeah.
If there was
how do girls get guys? Oh, they go to the husband store. They just pick one up.
Well, yeah, but like
It's that easy.
But there's multiple floors, right? And
Yeah.
if the husband store existed, there would be no marriages, and then we would all die out as a species.
Species. Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
I won't even say why. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Yep. Because anything I say is going to sound really bad right now.
That's probably true.
Oh, you were in the exotic section.
I was in the exotic
You were,
section.
though, because you're American. And
yeah, because I'm American.
Yes. Exotic section.
Yeah, that makes section. That makes sense. Yeah. I would be.
No mail-in husbands or wives, but what? You could
A
get a
tapeworm? What have we devolved into? Holy cow. Dude, August, wow. Oh my gosh.
I can't wait till I get my next tapeworm, guys.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow.
Nurses.
Have you ever seen? So if you get a tapeworm, I think is it a tapeworm? What's the one that goes into your digestive system and eats your food
Tapeworm.
instead of you? Tapeworm?
Yeah,
Okay.
tapeworm. It's a
Well, you
parasite.
still, yeah. So have you ever seen them get tapeworms out?
Yes.
If you ever have a tapeworm, you don't even have to go to the doctors. You starve yourself for like 2 days or something,
Mhm.
and then you put like food, like
Oh, on
that
your
they
tongue?
would like a lot, like a cube of sugar or something, and you let it sit on your tongue, and they can smell it, and they'll crawl out of your throat onto your tongue, and you can grab it and pull it the rest of the way out.
And
That's
that
crazy.
has to be a sensation unlike any other.
I know.
To have
You
a
were like, could you imagine? No, put
It's
me
like all
out,
of a
you
sudden
know? It's like,
you just feel it, and then you're yanking it out, and
yeah.
you feel it from down in your like bowels, right? And you're just like,
Ah,
it's going.
could you imagine doing that?
Nope,
Wow.
nope. I would gag.
I
Please,
wouldn't.
please never speak again.
Now that you have said things like this,
You have
I
said
don't trust your mouth.
Oh, August says if you rip it and it snaps, you got to wait and try all over again. Ah,
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, no.
love that if I ever get a worm, my hubby knows exactly what to do. All right. I would recommend a doctor, honestly. That's what I would probably
Wow.
recommend. And I don't normally recommend doctors.
Oh my God.
Actually, I do. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, you do, but you just don't go to them yourself all the time.
Wow.
Put in the clearance section for one of those hubby, uh, wherever they sell them,
The hubby store?
hubby shops.
The
Yeah, the
hubby
hubby store,
store.
husband stores. Yeah.
The more you know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little too exotic. I agree.
Agreed. That's why I was in the exotic section. Sorry about that.
All
Luckily, I've
right.
never gotten tapeworm.
Instead of a hobby shop, it's a hubby shop.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah. Instead of the Hobby Lobby, it's the Hubby Lubby. Aw.
Well played. Well played, Joe. That was a good pun. I like that. I like that. Joe would be proud of you.
Boo.
Joe Bohan.
Boo. Sorry.
Awesome. This will go down in PSS Wiki. Oh man,
Yes.
so good.
All right.
All right.
On
Well,
that
I
note,
think
we're
we're
going
past
to
our
shut it
time.
down. We got to shut this thing
Yeah.
down. It's going to be great. Until next time, which will be next Wednesday. Because you're going to be here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be here too. It's going to be great.
Ja.
Ja.
That is right.
Das ist true. Going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Great.
What?
Great. That sounds French.
It's still legal in some countries to get your very own tapeworm.
Wow.
Think about that your next.
Oh, in order for you to lose weight?
Maybe. I would
Yep,
rather
maybe.
not lose weight like that, I don't think. I'd rather not have parasites like that.
Yeah,
I'm
given
sure
the
I
choice.
already have a parasite or two or 50. We probably got
Give me a
parasites
list of
all over the
options to
place.
lose weight. That wouldn't be on it.
Used to be legal in the U.S. for weight loss. That's fantastic.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yep. You know what else used to be legal?
Hey, you know what?
Heroin. It was
Oh,
sold
wow.
in
I
the
didn't know
Sears catalog. The Sears catalog sold heroin.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
We are not smart sometimes. But you know what? I think a tapeworm is a little bit more organic and useful way of doing that than getting your stomach stapled. That comes with a lot of problems. It's mental ones, especially.
I would hope, because if I was going to get myself a tapeworm, I would also probably want some heroin.
No! Joe, no! You went the wrong direction. Oh, no.
Because I wouldn't want to feel that.
Could I get some? Let's see here. Yeah. Could I have some heroin and the tapeworm too, please? It's like, can I get a pack?
Yeah.
A 3-pack? Since I'm buying both of those, or can I get them on like a special deal? Ooh, and a chocolate bar. I'll take that as well.
Yes. A chocolate bar.
Could I have the chocolate bar, the tapeworm, and the heroin, please?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'll actually have Coca-Cola with actual cocaine in it. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I feel like that's better than those. Well, no, the chocolate's okay.
Yeah.
Just a little addicting as well.
Right. So, guys, we are not professionals.
Oh, definitely true now. Thank you. We needed end of stream disclosure for this stream.
For this, right? Exactly.
This stream has been a riot.
Yes. Classic Coke and a heroin bar. And a tapeworm, please, to go.
Oh my gosh, Kishan. The World War II special, yeah. I'll say. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Saleh. We need that
Yep.
as we close down our show.
So that's perfect timing. The perfect 0-calorie snack. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Guys.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
All right. So come back
hilarious.
next Wednesday. We're gonna do this all again. It's gonna be this much fun again. Like we love you guys. And so come back. We'll be back. And yeah, so until then, we love you. Take really good care of yourselves and others. If you have a topic, go to don'tworrywednesday.com, click the submit a topic button and fill out that thing, and we'd be happy to do your topic. Otherwise, just come back and see us and give us stuff to talk about on the show. That always works too. Worked tonight, really good. Kishan, that was a banger topic. I really appreciate it. So thank you. Yeah, we'll miss you while we're gone. Hopefully you'll miss us. But if you miss us, just learn to aim better, and then you won't miss next time. And
Get more decks.
Yeah. And we love you. We'll see you next time on Don't Worry Wednesday. Until then, have fun. Bye, guys.
Love you guys. Peace.